Andre Rogelina, appearing to have fled the country as youth-led protests and a military mutiny pushed the nation towards crisis. The unrest in Madagascar began in September when protests erupted in Antananarivo over chronic electricity and water shortages. What began as a mobilization around infrastructure and living conditions quickly broadened into calls for systemic change. The protest movement, calling itself Gen Z Madagascar, framed its demands in terms of anti-corruption, economic relief and political accountability. Let's speak now to Olivia Rafetison from the Taninjanaka Free Madagascar movement, and she joins us now. She's one of those responsible for organizing the civil activities that have been going on. A very good evening to you, Olivia, and thank you so much for speaking to us.
Good evening. Yes, thank you for hosting me and for accepting to listen to the voice of the youth tonight.
Now, I'm sure you've been asked this many times, what triggered the protest. Let's rather stick to what is current. What has happened since your protest started?
So the protest started on September 25, and personally, I went there because I identified to the root cause of the problem. Like, we did not have electricity, like at least 6 hours per day, and the water only goes like at 2 a.m. in the morning. It has been going on for like over 10 years or even more than that. So it was fundamental needs for every people. So I identified to him to that, and also like we've been the Gen Z generation. Afterwards, when we made the protest, we were just like marching pacifically towards the place that we call the place of democracy. But there, we were confronted with the army who like shoot like the lacrimation to us, like the bombs, and even started to fire with caoutchouc bullets. And the night of the 25, there was like a lot of robbery and stealing, and many people died. And it's only after that that we realized that there is no freedom of speech in our country. So we kept the protest to ask that we will be able to express ourselves freely and not be repressed. And following that, like after a week, after 3 days, the Minister of Energy was fired from his position. And after a week, the president cancelled the government with the prime minister. And we still continued the protest. Why? Because every day, we still went in the street to ask for our rights, but we were still repressed by the armies, and some of our friends were put in jail, and they were not released yet. So we continued the protest. And since we did not really get what we were asking, many people joined the protest because it was not only the electricity problem here in Madagascar, but like, for example, the students in medicine, they also shared their problem. Like they work so hard for a very small salary, and also all the students also followed the protest, saying the infrastructure is really bad. They don't get they are not taken into account, like all the conditions. All the conditions were so bad, and people like everybody was like fed up with the system. But if people protested before, they were put in jail. So now that we were like many, led by the movement Gen Z, people dared to stand up and speak for themselves. So as the protests grow every day, we always had like new people from every different sector joining us.
Olivia, it sounds to me from what you're saying that you've had a great deal of impact in these latest protests, as you say, and that the numbers of people who've been experiencing what you've been experiencing, that you're frustrated about, has grown exponentially. Do you think it is precisely that organization and the huge numbers that have led to the speculation that we're hearing now that President Rajoelina may have fled the country.
Yes, I think it's the growing number of people. And also, like at the beginning, it was for, like all the social cause and all the basic rights and the basic needs that people were asking. And since the government did not accept to hear us or provide solution, it turned into like asking for the president to resign if he did not fulfill his what the people are requesting.
But it would seem that it's not just the protesters. It seems as if the military itself has been moved to take action. They're saying at the moment that they are trying to maintain law and order, but we're hearing reports that they'd actually threatened to take over the national TV station, which obviously would be tantamount to a coup. Can you tell us what you know about that situation and what is true and what is not?
So on Saturday, early in the morning, the military forces said that they are not going to receive any orders from the president anymore, but they are going to protect the people. And they called all the other armies into their camp, like let's just like not work today, but we are just going to protect like the Malagasy people. And at the end of the day, like around 4 p.m., around 4 p.m., they joined the Protestants who were already like marching toward the place of democracy, who were still protesting. And because we're trying to get to that place since the beginning of the protest, and we did not made it there. But when the army arrived, the other ones fled, and we could march for the first time into the place. And it was like our first victory. And it was because of them that we were able to go into that place. Concerning the news of the coup, I am not sure about the military's idea, but there is the Colonel Michael. He said that he is there to serve the people and not his own interests. So that's something that he declared publicly. Also, the movement Gen Z, as it started with just like social revendication. It is not asking for a coup, but just that the president resign or all the responsible resign if they don't listen to what the people are asking for.
Okay, let's talk about Gen Z as a movement. As you say, that it's been able to inspire a lot of people who've had this deep-seated frustration for a long time to come forward and even brave being shot at, being imprisoned, etc. There have been accusations, even by President Rajoelina himself, that you're not well organized, that there is no center that is holding you. What is your response to that? Has there been propaganda that has been trying to belittle the work that you're doing, and how far has it gone in trying to undermine your authority?
Mm-hmm. So concerning that, the fact that we are not organized, it's a movement, so there is like no leaders. We are just asking everybody who feel the same as us to come into the streets and join the protest. So there is like no organization, and we are just young people, mostly girls, who are not used to protesting or not used to fighting. And
So it's
it was
an Arab
only like
Spring-like moment that we saw.
yeah, and it just like like all the Malagasy people just identify and just now that we are many, then people just are there to go out in the street and speak out. So there is like not much of organization into like this is how we are going to do the fight or the protest, but everybody just go together. We tried we have group on social network where we relay information. So we are just telling people to wear long sleeves, wear helmet, or bring the serum if they have it. So just few instructions, like basic instructions, and we see that people follow them. But there's no agenda of attack or defense that is already pre-established.
Right. So it's just a popular movement that is moving together for effect. And the effect or the outcome that you're looking for, what is it? Do you want to see the resignation of President Rajoelina? Do you want to see the stepping down of the whole administration? What is this protest looking for?
So at first, what we are looking for is not for the president to resign, but we just wanted him to reconsider all the social things and change the system, the system and infrastructure. But since he did not, he was blind and deaf to our revendication. That's when people and the movement started to ask him to resign. And when he will resign, we have worked together. It was not only the Gen Z, but we talked to professor, to politician, to all kinds of people from different generations to come up with a plan, because we wanted to change the system in every sector to make a really true impact. We don't want to change the people, we want to change the system. So that's what we are, that's our message now, and that's what we are looking for a better system in Madagascar.
All right. We really thank you for your time, and we look forward to speaking to you again. Olivia Rafetison, a member of